I let AI create my own Pokemon region. I want to do a whole new Pokemon region with 8 gym leaders and new Pokemon, new concept, new storyline, new evil team. So I punched in all the information to AI and created this new region. I wanted the region based off of a country, just like all the other regions typically are. I wanted to base this off of Canada. Just first thing that popped into my head. Make sure you watch this video until the end so you can see all the cool Fakemon that I have created throughout this adventure. And if you're new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. So, first off, I had to punch into AI, basically a basic concept of what I'm looking for within the general region. So first off, the region name, AI was very basic about it, calling it the Maple Leaf region. Has diverse landscapes including vast forests, snowy mountains, and serene lakes. The climate could vary from chilly winters in the north to mild summers in the south. There are going to be 8 gym leaders. The 8 gym leaders each have a different type. The Boreal Forest Gym, located deep within the dense forest of the gym focus, it's a grass type Pokemon gym. Okay, cool. Open up with the grass type Pokemon gym. You're probably going to want to start with like a fire starter, which I always do. I always have a fire starter. Charmander was my go-to in the majority of Pokemon games. I love the fire starters, even though it is a pain in the ass to fight Brock with the Charmander, but it's just my go-to. But we'll get to the starters in a little bit. Aurora Peak Gym. High up in the snowy mountains, this gym specializes in ice types. Okay. So, fire Pokemon looking pretty good at the start of this game. Maple Harbor Gym. Near the coast, gym features water-type Pokemon. Rocky Ridge Gym. Set mist rocky cliffs in the gym test trainers with rock-type Pokemon. The Timberland Gym. In the heart of the forest, this gym is a bug-type gym. Okay, I've never seen a bug-type gym ever. That's pretty cool. I could be wrong. I don't play that many Pokemon games anymore. I stopped after Gold and Silver. Prairie Plains Gym. Across the vast grasslands, this gym focuses on normal type Pokemon. Okay. Thunder Bay Gym. On the shores of thunderstorm-prone lake, this gym specializes in electric type gym. Northern Lights Gym. At the peak of the mountain, the gym challenges trainers with psychic type Pokemon. And then it randomly told me that there's some legendary Pokemon of the Maple Leaf region could be inspired by Canadian folklore, perhaps the majestic creature associated with the Northern Lights or guardian spirit of the forest. Okay, we could do that. Maple Leaf League. The Pokemon League could be located in the Grand Maple themed castle. The Elite Four could consist of trainers who embody different aspects of Canadian culture. Starters. The starters. How about a grass flying owl Pokemon? Not really interested in that. A water ice beaver Pokemon and a fire rock moose Pokemon. I do like the fire rock moose Pokemon. So before we get into the starters, though, we need a professor. We need a professor who's going to give us these starter Pokemon. So let's figure out who the professor is. So I had to ask, who would the professor be? Because professors are always named after trees. So I'm assuming it's going to pick Professor Maple. And sure enough, it did. I asked who the professor would be, and give you kind of a backstory on the professor. And this is what I said. In the Pokemon region inspired by Canada, the regional professor would be Professor Maple. Professor Maple travels throughout the land, assisting newly set up gyms and ensuring that every province children have the opportunity to become trainers. Their goal to unite each province in the region, paralleling the Canada government's role in fostering unity among provinces. Quite fitting for a Pokemon professor, don't you think? So definitely took like, the aspects of Canada and created this Pokemon world out of it using the professor. Now, I wanted to create some starters. So first, I went with the whole Fire Rock Moose type, and oh my god! So I kind of like the concept of the Fire Moose / Rock, even though I hate having the fact that there's 2 types in Sun Pokemon, but we'll get to that. So, Smolderhoof. Smolderhoof is the base stage of the fire starter. Appearance. Smolderhoof resembles a small moose calf with ember-like antlers. It's full of reddish brown and its eyes glow with an inner flame. Type Fire. Abilities Blaze. Boost fire type moves when HP is low. Signature move Ember Charge. A charging attack that leaves a trail of sparks. And then Smolderhoof evolves into Inferno Strider. Inferno Strider has grown large and more muscular, and its antlers now resemble blazing torches, and its hooves leave scorch marks on the ground. He's a fire type. Abilities Blaze and Flash Fire. Immunity to fire type moves. Signature moves Flame Stampede, a powerful charge attack that leaves a trail of fire. And then the final evolution form, Pyro Antler. Appearance: Pyro Antler stands tall, and his antlers ablaze like bonfires, and its fur is a mix of fiery red and orange. It exudes the intense heat. Type Fire. Although you kept saying here's a Fire Rock type from the beginning, and I asked you to do that. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Abilities: Drought. Harsh sunlight upon entering battle. Signature move Ignition Nova. Creates a massive explosion of flames. Now, I asked AI to actually draw these images. And here's Smolderhoof. Here's Inferno Strider. And here is Pyro Antler. Let me know what you think of these awesome Fakemon that AI has created for these Pokemon. And then let's get into the next starter. The next starter, I wanted to kind of go off the Canadian goose. Instead of like the Canadian owl, instead of an owl like the AI suggested, I want to go off the Canadian goose. So I asked it to create a Canadian goose Pokemon that was a water, because I kind of wanted a water bird type. I don't know. Technically, beaver definitely is water. Anyway, I wanted to create a water goose, okay? So I asked AI to create this water goose of the starter Pokemon with the 3-stage. Base stage is Surf Goose. We have a surfing goose. Surf Goose's appearance resembles a medium-sized turtle with webbed feet and sleek streamlined shell. Its shell has patterns reminiscent of water ripples. It also has a long, graceful neck like a goose. Where did you get the turtle from? We have a goose turtle Pokemon. Yep, we have a turtle with a goose head. Type: Water Flying. Abilities: Torrent. Boost water type moves when HP is low. Keen Eye. Prevent accuracy reduction. Signature moves: Aqua Glide. A swift water-based attack that allows Surf Goose to move gracefully throughout the battlefield. And now we have the first evolution, which is Wave Feather. Wave Feather has grown larger and more majestic. Its shell now shimmers with iridescent colors resembling the feathers of Canadian goose. Its wings are well developed, allowing it to soar above the waves. Type: Water Flying. Abilities: Torrent and Drizzle. Summons rain upon entering battle. Signature moves: Feather Storm. A powerful aerial attack that creates rain shower. Alright. And then evolves into Tide Warden. Tide Warden is a regal Pokemon standing tall with a dignified presence. Its shell has transformed into a magnificent crest resembling the waves crashing against the shore. Its beak sharp and its eyes hold ancient wisdom. Pretty neat description. Type, water flying. Abilities, Drizzle and Gale Wings boost priority flying type moves. Signature moves, Tempest Surge summons a fierce storm that boosts water type flying moves. And then these are the drawings that I asked AI to create for Surf Goose, Wave Feather, and Tide Warden. So I asked AI to create the Pokemon, abilities, attacks, and like that, and then also create these images of these Pokemon based off of the description that it gave me. Now we need a grass type Pokemon. So this one I wanted to create with a beaver. I wanted to do a beaver grass type Pokemon. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. So I asked it to create this beaver type grass starter Pokemon with 3 evolutions, and this is what it gave me. Base stage, Beavine. Beavine restrains the stout beaver-like body covered in mossy green fur. Its tail remains flat and paddle-shaped, perfect for swimming. The budding plant bulb on its back has grown slightly. How is it grown if it's a base stage? And why do you put a bulb on his back? You trying to make him Bulbasaur? He's not Bulbasaur, he's a beaver. He's Beavine. Anyway, this AI told me it's a grass water type Pokemon. You already have a water starter. You don't need a water starter. Make it a grass type. If you want to add water, add it later on. Base forms don't have 2 types, or shouldn't have 2 types necessary as starters. I mean, I'm not used to that because back in the day, it was 1 type per Pokemon. Now it's at please. Overgrow, boost grass type moves when HP is low. Torrent, boost water type moves when HP is low. Okay, so you're going with the... Okay. Signature moves, Aqua Bark, a water-infused attack that sprays water from its bulb. Okay. And then Beavine evolves into Timberwood. Timberwood has grown larger and more robust. Its fur now resembles tree bark and tall and thickened. The plant bulb on its back blooms into a small tree with... Why are you turning him into a Bulbasaur beaver? I don't want a Bulbasaur beaver. I want a new beaver. He has Overgrow and Rain Dash. Gradually restores HP during rain. And signature move, Bark Shield. Creates protective barrier using his tree-like shell. Then he evolves into Lumberthorn. Lumberthorn stands tall and majestic. Its entire body is covered in study-worded armor. The tree on its back has grown into a massive flowering thorn bush. Overgrow and Regenerator. Heals when switching out. It's pretty cool ability. Thorn Torrent. Releases a barrage of sharp thorns and water-powered attacks. Ooh, okay. Alright, so now I asked AI to draw these 3 Pokemon. So these are the 3 stages of Beavine, Timberwood, and Lumberthorn. Now, out of these 3 starters, which one would you pick? If those gyms were in that order, I'm definitely going with Smolderhoof, dude. Definitely going with Smolderhoof. Comment down below your thoughts on these Pokemon, and which one would you pick if this was an actual Pokemon game. Okay. Now, let's move on to something different. I also want to try to find out, what Pokemon each gym leader would have, your rival, and other things like that. So, for the gym leaders, each gym, I mentioned the gym name, but they do give out a gym badge. AI wasn't very clever with these gym badge names. Basically just said Boreal Forest badge, Aurora Peak badge, Maple Harbor badge, Rocky Ridge badge, Timberland badge, Prairie Plains badge, Thunder Bay badge, Northern Lights badge. Okay. So, first up, the first gym leader You didn't give me a name though. So I asked the gym leader AI to tell me what each gym leader's name is and what the Pokemon they would have is. It didn't tell me the name, so let's do this. Okay, so they have like nicknames instead of like Misty or Lorelei or Lance or any of those other names. So we have the Rocky Mountain Ranger, which is part of the Rocky Mountain Gym. Okay, the Rocky Mountain Ranger at the Rocky Mountain Gym has a team of... Okay, so as a caveat, I said, please create brand new Pokemon based off of this region. Do not give me any Pokemon from other regions. But it gave me Pokemon from the other regions anyway, because apparently Rocky Mountain Ranger has... Why'd you twist it around? Either way, the Rocky Mountain Ranger Gym has a Geodude, Pokemon that rolls down mountains. Yeah, that already exists. Now, I'm not sure about the other names because, like I said, I stopped playing Pokemon after Gold and Silver, so I don't know a lot of the vast of the newer Pokemon. So if these names exist, please let me know. Aventure, Pokemon resembling a snow-covered boulder. Vabuleon, a rock steel-type Pokemon with rocky exoskeleton. Larvastone, a rock bug-type Pokemon that camouflages as a pebble. And Craghammer, Pokemon wielding a stone hammer. Okay. Aurora Shaman, the ice-type gym leader, has a Glacialinx, a ice-type Pokemon resembling a snow leopard. Frostbite, an ice-type Pokemon with icy fangs. Aurora Borealis, an icy fire-type Pokemon, icy fairy-type Pokemon inspired by the Northern Lights. So it sounds like you have that legendary Pokemon that AI first created in the beginning of this video. Moving on. Hailstormer, an ice flying type Pokemon riding icy gusts. And Permafrost, a Pokemon encased in frozen armor. And then you have the Wildlife Tracker, who is the normal type gym leader. And he has an Eco-Wisp, a normal ghost type Pokemon that mimics sound. And Furrow, a normal flying type owl Pokemon. Chatterbeak, a normal fairy type parrot with colorful plumage. Pawsprint, a normal ground type Pokemon resembling animal tracks. And Zigzagoon, a normal electric type Pokemon with zigzag patterns. Why are we getting all these, like, if you have a normal type so this gym is freaking hard because you have to fight electric, ground, fairy, and ghost on top of, AI. Why are you making it so difficult, man? I want this game to be, good. Maple Leaf Keeper, the grass type leader, has a Floral Bloom, a grass fairy type Pokemon with blooming petals. A Sylvanox, a grass dragon type Pokemon resembling a majestic tree. Why are you giving him a dragon? Leaf Whisper, a grass psychic type Pokemon with connected nature. Bramblethorn, a grass steel type Pokemon with thorny vines. Vendertail, a grass flying type bird. Again with these crazy typings, man. This is gonna be one hard league to defeat. Eagle Eye Archer, the flying type gym leader. Talonhawk, a flying fighting type hawk Pokemon. Gustwing, a flying ghost type Pokemon that glides silently. Skydancer, a flying fairy type Pokemon with graceful wings. Aerobolt, a flying electric type Pokemon with lightning currents. Featherflare, a flying fire type. Jesus. You're killing me, AI. If someone were to create this game, this would be one of the most difficult, fun games to play. Aurora Explorer, Splashfin, Marinex, Coilancer, Tidal Tide, Whirlpool Lion, a water dark type Pokemon with vortex-like patterns. Sounds like these freaking mythical, legendary Pokemon these gym trainers got. Damn. Northern Star Shaman, Psychic type Gym Leader, Middleuff, a Psychic Fairy type Pokemon with furry fur, Astrolite, Dreamweaver, Zenthal, Mystic Cow, and Industrial Innovator, the Steel type Gym Leader. What happened to the Grass type Gym Leader? Yeah, you changed your mind. Anyway, Industrial Innovator has a Gearforge, Allotusk, a Circuitron, Titan Forge, and Infernal Alloy. So then I want to create a rival, because in every game you have your rival that picks the other Pokemon that is supposed to be stronger than yours, but you always end up kicking his butt anyway. So I asked AI to create the rival of the game, and this is what it came up with. So I asked the AI to create the rival and give him a team of Pokemon as if we were playing the game. And at the start of the game, I chose Smolderhoof. And this is what it gave me. The rival is supposed to choose your opposite. The Pokemon that are from this region, I guess, that this so my rival's name is Avery Frostwood, and his Pokemon are Frostflare, a fire ice type Pokemon with a fiery mane and icy tail, Galewing, a flying bird type Pokemon that soars gracefully, Avalantern, a ghost type ice Pokemon resembling a lantern, Thundertusk, an electric type Pokemon with crackling tusk, Verdant Blade, a grass ice Pokemon with frost covered leaves, and Tidewarden, which is the final evolved form of his starter Pokemon. So this would be his final team, I guess, that I gotta fight at the end. Alright. I think I'm pretty good. Now we have to figure out the Elite Four and what type of Pokemon that they would have and everything like that as well. Aurora, Sage, Elara, the Ice type specialist. Aurora is a serene and mystical trainer who draws power from the Northern Lights. She resides in the Frost Peak Temple. Team: Glacianax, an Ice type Pokemon resembling a snow leopard. Frostbite, an Ice type Dark type Pokemon with icy fangs. Aurora Borealis, an icy type Pokemon inspired by the Northern Lights. Hailstorm. Did I really read this? Or are you like just repeating the gym leader? Are you like related to the gym leader? You have like the same name-ish, same Pokemon. Okay. Wildwood Warden Cedric, a grass type specialist. Description: Cedric is a protector of ancient forest and wildlife. His gym hidden deep within. Okay. He's not a gym, he's a Elite Four. So you first him in. Okay. AI, go play your Pokemon games again and know what the Elite Four is and understand it so you can come back to me and redo this. His team is Floribloom, Sylvanox, Leaf Whisper, Bramblethorn, and Verdatail. Tidewarden Marine, a water type specialist. His team is Marnix, a water steel type resembling a submarine. Coilancer, a Pokemon inspired by coral reefs. I believe that's something. Tidal Tide, a Pokemon controlling tides. Whirlpool, and a Pokemon with vortex-like patterns. And Aqueduct, the legendary Frost Guide Sovereign. What? Oh my god. Okay. So before I typed this in, I did have some typing on the side that I was going to get to a little bit later about creating 3 legendary birds because I am very nostalgic and I love Pokemon Red and Blue, the original 151 Pokemon, and the 3 legendary birds was like the first legendary bird, obviously, that I would catch. So I created my own 3 legendary birds in this area based off of Canadian stuff. And AI was cycling through all my past notes and basically gave this Elite Four member a legendary Pokemon. What the hell, dude? Okay. Final Elite Four member, Mystic Sage Orion. Team, Midruff, Pokemon with fluffy fur. Astrolite, Pokemon resembling a comet. Okay. Dreamweaver, Psychic Ghost type Pokemon. Pokemon that manipulates dreams. Zenthal, Pokemon harnessing cosmic energy. And Mystic Cow, an owl with ancient knowledge. Okay. We had the Elite Four with the bonkers that one of them has a legendary Pokemon. So, with that being said, let's get to the legendary Pokemon, but I do want to talk about one thing real quick. We need an evil team. You have Team Rocket, Team Magma, Team Plasma, all those other teams. So, this team, this country, this region needs its own evil team to try to take over. So, I asked it what the evil team was, and it told me it was Team Frigid, which fits the Frigid North and blah, blah, blah. The notorious evil team in the... Okay, now you're calling it the Nordia region, and before you call it the Maple Leaf region. Which one is it? I actually do prefer Nordia region. It sounds a little better. It doesn't sound so basic like Maple Leaf region. So we're going to continue with the Norda. It is called Team Frigid. The chilling ambition to freeze over the entire region and start anew. They believe that Canada's population and development have harmed the forest and nature, and the solution is to bring an icy chill to the land. Beware of their frosty ambitions. Okay, that works. It is now called the Nordia region, and it is Team Frigid, and they want to freeze over Canada. Because Canada is canon in this region. Now let's get to the rest of the Fakemon, which are probably the funniest things I had doing this video, is creating these Fakemon. I created these 3 legendary birds, basically based off of Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. But then also based off of Canadian birds itself. Okay, so the first one is Aquanex, the frost-winged duck. Aquanex is a majestic duck with iridescent blue and white plume. Its wings shimmer like ice crystals, and its eyes hold the secrets of the frozen lakes. Legendary status, Aquanex is said to control the ebb and flow of tides, freezing and thawing water as it pleases. Its appearance heralds the arriving winter storms. Signature moves, Frost Quill, a freezing beam that encases foes in ice. And this is Aquanex. And this is apparently the Pokemon that the Elite Four has. Next one we have. So can't fly. Anyway. Galethorn, the Storm Feather Goose, is a flying electric type. Description: Galethorn is a massive goose with lightning-shaped markings on its wings, and a honk echoes like thunder. Its feathers crackle with electricity. Legendary status: Galethorn commands the winds and storms, guiding and migrating birds across the vast distances. It is revered as a protector of avian travelers. Signature move, Thunderwing Gust, a powerful windstorm infused with electric energy. And the last one, Sylvan Peck, the wood carver woodpecker, grass flying type. This is interesting. Sylvan Peck has emerald green plumage and a crest resembling lefty crown. Its beak can carve intricate patterns and into ancient trees. Legendary status: Sylvan Peck is guardian of forests, ensuring their vitality and rhythmic drumming brings life to dormant seeds and ancient groves. Signature move, Verdant Echo, a healing pulse rejuvenates nature. Okay, so then I asked it to draw these 3 Pokemon. So here are the 3 legendary birds of the Norda region. I also wanted to create a legendary, like a mythical Pokemon as well. I know there's the legendary birds and there's Mewtwo and then there's that, but I want to create a mythical Pokemon and just kind of skip the Mewtwo thing. But the mythical Pokemon of the Northern region, I want to be a moose because moose is one of the most prominent animals that we know of in Canada. There's gonna be a lot of Pokemon based off of mooses in this region, I assume. You know, my starter Pokemon, Smolderhoof, is a moose, and the mythical Pokemon is a moose. Mooth? What's a mooth? Is a moose. So the mystical Pokemon is also a moose, and it is called Mistacroft, the tiny Titan moose Pokemon. Psychic Fairy. Mistacroft is a miniature moose with a heart that is vast as the northern forest. His antlers are adorned with tiny glowing crystals. Despite its small size, it possesses immense psychic power. Abilities. Tiny Titan Mistacroft strength defies its appearance, allowing it to move mountains with ease. Aurora Veil. It emits protective psychic barrier that shields allies. Signature move Lumina Leap, a graceful jump that leaves behind a trail of sparkling stardust. And then here is Mistacroft. I had AI create the image based off of the description that it told me, and this is what it came up with. I also wanted to create fossil Pokemon. Kind of like fossil Pokemon, but and then the term fossil didn't turn out right. They didn't give me anything. They basically told me it was like a fossil of a moose. It was like weird. AI, you're weird. There's no moose fossils. At least not that I know of. So I decided to do some other Pokemon. I did a ghost type Pokemon, and I did a ghost type beaver Pokemon that has 3-stage evolution, I think. First stage is Gulchu, the undead beaver Pokemon, and then he evolves into Spectre Rodent Gronaw. I just thought it was cool. I wanted to create a beaver ghost Pokemon, and this is what AI came up with the Fakemon. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this video, trying to create a whole new world. If I was a programmer, I would definitely try to create a ROM hack of this game. If you out there and you want to create a ROM hack of this game, by all means, reach out to me. We'll work it out. I'll give you the information. Let's make it. Let's make this game. It'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, most of the thing I had fun doing was creating these Fakemon. Having AI create these images of the Pokemon that I imagined when reading through the descriptions. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your favorite Fakemon, your favorite Pokemon that was created within this region. Would you play this region if it was one of the generations in Pokemon? And also, what starter Pokemon would you pick from this region if you were to pick? While you're down there, make sure you check out all my links down below. I have a Patreon page. I have a podcast. I have a bunch of links down there with a merch store. Go check it out. Anything that you can do to help support me, I much appreciate it. With that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. But before you go, make sure you check out that video and that video right there. And yeah, I don't even know what this is. A little flat.